Hello again, lads, welcome back. Today I have a 2017 Mazda 6 2.2 diesel Skyactiv engine. Customer complaint with this thing is he says oil issue, so I'm assuming he's seen an oil light at some point. Now, no warning lights on the dash, nor have I seen any since I've been on this car. So to the scan tool, PCM, he has the P06DE engine oil pressure control stuck on, and then P055F engine oil pressure out of range. Let's dive in there. I don't care about the other ones at the moment. ABS. And we'll look for oil pressure. So let's see, oil pressure. We get that to bar. Yes, it's kind of okay there. It is okay, I suppose, there now at the moment. But we do have codes and we do have customer complaints relating to oil. Not so bad there at all. I probably wouldn't like to see it go below 1.4 bar, but it is dropping a little bit down. Okay, anyway, look, next move is to drain the oil and remove the oil pan, and I'll have a look there at the oil pickup. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, lads, so the oil is drained, the oil sump has been removed, also my oil filter, and this is what I really wanted to look at, was that oil pickup or oil strainer, which is caked in crud. Which is definitely caked in crud. There's a mess in there. So that's the reason for our oil issues, our codes. So why has that happened? And usually what happens on these things, battery low. Usually what happens on these things is the injector washers fail, and all that carbon gets in and stuck, as we see in there. So I'm going to have to remove this. I'm going to have to change this. We're going to change the chain as well, I think. So to remove this oil pump module, change the strainer for a new one, change the chain, and put it all back together. But I think I'll just leave this sit here and go up top, remove my injectors and check them washers and renew them washers, while this is, leave as much oil drip out of this, because it's messy under here trying to do this stuff. So I'll give this a few minutes of draining away. We'll do the injector washers now. Okay, so lads, we're moving up top. We're going to remove these injectors and have a look at the washer, the copper washer underneath these injectors. I make out they're going to be, some of them leaking or fail. Right, lads, I have two injectors up. I have number 1 and number 2 injector up. Number 1 came out nice and easy. So the injector washer was good in that. Number 2, not so much. I don't know, can you see down in... Oh, I'm covering the camera. I don't know, can you see down in that hole? You see signs of where the injector washer was blown, and you can clearly see it on the injector itself there. The washer is still down the hole on that one. really should be looking like that. You see the difference between the two. So number 2 was definitely leaking a bit. Number 1 is good and was not leaking. 2 more to pull out now. Number 3 and number 4. Okay lads, all 4 injectors up out of it. There they are, and I think you can tell from that picture there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2 is clearly leaking, and that is the reason for our oil strainer to be blocked and his oil pressure issues. So we're going to continue on. We're going to pull up the valve cover and have a look in here and an exhaust camshaft as well. Okay lads, with the valve cover removed, you can see clearly injector number 2 copper washer leaking. So you can see all that carbon there. I will clean up all that and clean the seats. But yeah, all that carbon has made its way down into the sump and blocked our oil strainer. And clearly you can see there as well on cylinder number 2 only. While in there, it's unusual to see an exhaust camshaft in good condition, but this one is, so that's good news. So we'll clean up this mess in here, we'll ream the seats, and we can start putting the top back together then. Right, I'm back underneath now, and we're going to drop this oil pump module. So I have a little mark on my pulley. I have, if you can see, that straight edge, so that rubber hose that I have wedged up there is just to hold back the timing chain tensioner. And I have that straight edge on the pulley. Oh, that straight edge on the pulley horizontal with that straight edge on the timing cover, and I have 2 dots down there on the pulley. So that's in time now. Now I can crack that 17 bolt. That'll take off the pulley for me, and then I can unbolt this whole module. You'll see that now in a second. Okay lads, oil pump module removed. There was, 4 13s and 2 10s and the oil pump pulley holding it on. So now we have to split the oil pump to actually get in at, oh, where are you? That little 8, which is one of the 2 bolts holding the oil strainer on. So we split that and we'll change the strainer. Okay lads, 3 size 10 bolts and the oil pump splits, and then we can change the strainer, get access to that awkward 8 bolt. Okay lads, my oil strainer new one is changed. There is the old one, and the oil pump module is back together, but sitting there on my workbench. Now I'm changing the chain. So I split the new chain and I split the old chain, and I've joined the new chain into the old chain, and I'm going to spin this around and just join up my new chain again, if that makes sense. So split the new chain, split the old chain. New chain is hanging on the old chain, and I'm going to spin this around until I have the old chain kind of out here, and I can release that and join my new chain then again. Okay, so there's my new chain. I have to come right around. There's the old chain. Just join up that link down and crimp it, and we're away. Start putting it back together then. Right, so far so good. Okay lads, new chain linked up back together. Marks lined back up, so now I believe I'm going to throw this fella back up and put on my pulley, and my Surface area cleaned. Yeah, back up the oil pump now. Cool. Okay lads, that's all me. That's me all back together here. And there's my new strainer, lovely and clean. New timing chain. Yeah, that's it. Just about sealer on the sump. Just about to offer that up there now. And that will be the bottom end very shortly closed up. So that will get the sealer, leave the sealer dry overnight. We'll put some oil in it in the morning and attack the injectors tomorrow. Right, cool. Okay lads, back up the top of the engine now again. I spent the last hour cleaning any bits of carbon that I found stuck in and around the top here. Cleaned my oil shower and put it back on. Cleaned my valve cover. Valve cover is the next thing to be going on. Cleaned my injector seat, especially number 2 there, which was the only one that was leaking. So yeah, a lot of cleaning. Cleaned my injector, cleaned all that carbon off the injector. So yeah, next move now is valve cover back on, and followed then by injectors and fuel rail and all that kind of stuff. Okay lads, there's the old injector washers. That was the one that was leaking. All looking a bit bad now, I have to say. They're copper washers. They're the new ones from the main dealers. So they've kind of changed from copper to steel, I think. And a little bit of grease on the end of them will hold them in while we sit them down there now. So injector's going in now. Okay lads, as you can see and hear, we are all back together and the engine is up and running. And looking at oil pressure there, close to 1.8 bar. It looks like we're in business. 1.8, yeah. And sounding good. So, just about done. Leave it running for a while. Get up in the air, make sure there's no oil leaks or something like that. Start putting under trays and plastic covers back on. And get this up the road for a test drive and see, just to make sure. But yeah, we're looking good here now at the moment. And sounding good. In business, I think. Okay lads, just gonna close up this episode. This is a fix on the Mazda 6. Drove it around all day yesterday and last night. No messages, no oil lights, no warning lights. Clean bill of health, no codes in any modules. So yeah, this is a definite fix. So it was the oil strainer all blocked up because of injector washers failing. Just the one injector washer number 2, cylinder number 2. So that's it. That's a wrap lads. Thanks for watching. See you again next one. Bye.